What's going on, fam? This is a King LiKuiD show message, and I am your man, King LiKuiD. That's LiKuiD. The K for the king, not the Q for the queen. And on this message, fam, saw a little video last night. Dr. Boyce Watkins, pretty much Dr. B had a guest, and I'm going to leave the link to Dr. Boyce's video in the description for this video message, fam. I saw the video, slept on it for a night, and when I woke up this morning, the spirit pretty much is moving me to say, hey, gotta do a video message about this. This topic is extremely, extremely important, especially for black men. So brothers, listen up. Dr. B had a great video where there is a young white woman out of Silicon Valley, California. I believe her name is Madison. And she has formed a company where now you have in-home rape test kits. Let me say that again one more time, fam. In-home rape test kits. And essentially what it consists of is there's a swab test, there's a spit test. If you've been raped, you can say I was raped and provide some sort of a DNA test from your home. Now, I'm going to take the approach that this is very, very problematic. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention that this rape kit, if memory serves me correctly, is the #MeToo rape kit or the Me Too rape kit. So this is very problematic. Brothers, I'm hoping y'all can see why this is problematic. And sisters, y'all really need to see this thing for what it is, and y'all really need to be talking amongst yourselves, because y'all need to understand that this is going to be directed at black men first. Black men are going to be target number one for this in-home rape test kit. Now, do I have to mention Emmett Till? Do we need to think about what happened to Emmett Till? Imagine, what would the climate be where you have an environment that was similar to what Emmett Till lived in, but now you've got a pseudoscience rape test kit that can be used against anyone. And we all know that these people that are going to be doing these in-home rape test kits, they're not professionals. Do they know how to maintain an environment where DNA does not get contaminated? And then here comes the larger question. It seems to me, aren't we superseding the systems that we have in place for a damn good reason? Aren't we superseding them? Aren't we ultimately talking about vigilante justice now? Because I see a very, very thin line that can either be crossed or ultimately erased, where a woman feels some kind of way about a man. She wants to take revenge against a man because she feels that a man has wronged her, or she hasn't been able to control that man, or she wants to get revenge on that man. Let's face it, women, they can be emotional just like men can, and I want to use whatever tool I can to destroy this man. Because think about it, fam. There have been a lot of black men, especially, where women have lied on them. They have had to spend years and decades in prison, some of them being raped themselves. Now, after they survive all of that, the women that accuse them, when they're finally found to be innocent, those women that have helped to destroy their lives, what happens to those women? Nothing. Nothing happens to those women. So this is why it is exceedingly important that we be aware of this. For those of you that's already married, wonderful. But I definitely want to put this out. Please share this video, like it, subscribe to my channel as usual. All right. But I wanted to put this out there. In the black community, we need to be aware of this. Okay. Brothers, if you got a Becky that you're interested in, or Becky's interested in you, be aware of this, okay? Be aware of this, because Becky has no problem having sex with you, and she also has no problem calling the police to publicly come and lynch you when she thinks that she can't control you any longer. Get that through your head. And there are some sisters who think that way too. There are a lot of black women who have taken it on themselves to say, I'm going to control my black man. And the way I can control him is call the police on him to get him killed. Y'all know what I'm saying is right. We know the climate that we live in. Brothers, protect yourselves. Sisters, this is where feminism is taking us. Feminism is taking us to the point where the battle of the sexes are coming to a head. And men are getting to the point where they don't want to have nothing to do with women. Nothing. I'll end on this. There is a movement known as MGTOW. I don't know how many of y'all out there are familiar with MGTOW. Ultimately, it means men going their own way. And the MGTOW movement has been going strong now, probably at least the last 5 to 10 years. And essentially what it is men who have had bad relationships or have not had bad relationships, but men who've had bad relationships, divorces, they're telling younger men, they're pooling their resources, and essentially what they're saying is, hey, forget about having anything to do with women. We would rather deal with prostitutes as far as sexual needs are concerned. We will go and hire prostitutes to fulfill our sexual needs. We're not dating women anymore. We're not marrying women anymore. We're going to keep our money for ourselves. We're going to keep our power for ourselves. And women, stay the hell away from us. In the workplace, men don't want to have anything to do with women. In schools, it's getting to the point, men don't want to have anything to do with women. And that's ultimately where we're going. This is going to further widen the divide where men just flat out are going to say, I don't trust women. It's not worth me losing my job, my money, my sanity, my psychological and emotional well-being. If I can't do what I was programmed to do by genetics and science and time, which is pursue women, if I can't do that anymore and I'm going to be penalized for it, or I'm going to be seen as a sexual predator, well then I don't want to have nothing to do with women, period. And so that's what's going on now. You've got the rise of men that are saying, to hell with women. Women think they can control us through sexual power. No, you can't. You ain't gonna control me. I can get all the sex I want because I'll have plenty of money that's mine that you can't touch, and I'll just go and hire me a hoe for my sexual needs and keep my money and my sanity and my emotions intact. There are a lot of men that are starting to do that. And women, you may look at that as weakness, but a lot of the men are like, we don't give a damn about how you look at it. We could care less. At the end of the day, my money is intact, my home is intact, my psychology is intact, and my emotions are intact, and you pose no threat to me. And men have pretty much hunkered themselves down, and they are not going to change their minds. They're like, hey, this is how we're going to do it. And there are some women that, they have their responses to it, and they say that men are being hateful or being, bitter or whatever it is. I'll just say, sometimes it's best to be careful what you wish for. Thanks for listening to this message. I am King LiKuiD. Fam, take a look down in the description box. I got my links to my Facebook, Twitter page. I also have some links to Dr. Boyce's video, and we need to be aware of this. This is one of the reasons, in my opinion, why feminism is no good for the black community. Because let's face it, in the black community, we understand this better than anyone else. When the men have been removed and white imperialism comes into the community, well, who's going to be there to protect the women and the children? And I know that there are sisters that are like, I don't need no man. I don't need no man. Okay. My response to that is there are many, many videos that show black women, pregnant black women, being attacked by racists. There's no man there, but they're steady getting attacked. So how well is that working out again? I'ma holler at y'all later, fam. Catch y'all on the next one. I am King LiKuiD.